For sure, if it works, no? If you feel that reading this book or listening to that lecture is motivating you, then that means that still on the level of your thinking, you are not so clear. No? And so then that book brings some new clarity on some particular aspect, and that way you feel more like you get it, let's say. You have some idea where you are and where you want to go and how to get there, so then that is motivating. So yes, for sure, no, we should never forget in the 7 steps towards enlightenment, step 2 is to study the subject. No? And that involves reading, that involves listening, that involves, trying to get to a point where you feel, okay, my concepts are clear. They will never be 100%, that always we have to remember, but they are clear enough so that whenever you find yourself thinking about something, you are clear what to do, what not to do, and so on. And that takes, quite a while. No? And okay, we should try to practice, of course, as the next step. No? But definitely whenever we feel a little bit lack of motivation to practice, we go back to step 2 and even to step 1, in the sense that step 1 is where we understand that the game of running after our desires, which is quite alright, is never going to be really fulfilling as long as we do not have some connection here. Because if we are not having that connection here, then always we are caught in the game of like and dislike, of happiness followed by unhappiness. So that also is good to then remember. Why are you there? Why are you really wanting to meditate? And so that I always also find very motivating, and it is also logical because that is what brought you on this path. That is the first thing. And then the second step is all about understanding this question better, both in, why the question comes, as in what is the answer, and in how to then do it, which has so many details also. And and then we practice, and then slowly through the practice we gain this power, we gain this connection, and we become more stable. And okay, this still is a process, but at some point we learn to trust it, and then basically we can do anything. And when a little unhappiness comes, we immediately know what to do and how to get there, because we've been there many times. So, sure. I've given up on that, actually. Maybe, I don't know, more than 10 years ago, I think, I really stopped reading books and listening to lectures and so on. And okay, I still have a teacher for healing, but I don't really need to ask him many questions about, that essential philosophy. That is no longer needed. I feel there I am still learning in a way, but through experience. And that is the best way. But as long as we do not see, when I say learning through experience is the best way, this is what is meant by dhyana, to really see the truth. And so that is something which slowly will come. And that seeing is never doubted. When we are reasoning, then always we can doubt it. But when we are seeing, then that is never doubted. So in that way, then the reasoning becomes like unimportant. And the only thing I would say about it, if you are, feeling the need to learn more, try to stick somehow to the same story, because it can really be very confusing to now go for something to do with Shiva, and then go for something to do with Buddha, and then go to the African Americans, and too many different stories is confusing. But within the same line of thinking, that is very good. And then I don't mean the same teacher, no? Many different teachers can be there, each bringing their own unique way of looking at the same subject. And maybe in there also you will find some practical solutions, some good ideas for you to deal with certain things.